Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Moletrap here, and I'm going to let this music hype you up here for a second. I just thought that song was kind of awesome. This is the MSL Finals! Flash versus Jaedong, the rematch. Oh my god, I cannot even believe this. I am so excited about these games. This is going to be so epic. Oh my god, so epic. So epic. Oh man, this is just going to be so sweet. Flash versus Jaedong, the two best players ever, facing up here again in the MSL Finals. A rematch of last season's MSL Finals. Look at this. They've ended up in the finals again. And this is just going to be absolutely spectacular. This is going to be the highest level play that StarCraft has ever seen. Because both these guys are on right now. Both these guys are on their top level at this moment. It is just absolutely... I mean, we just saw Flash own... well, he owned some Zergs in the quarters in the round of 16. We just saw him do very well against Fantasy in the semifinals. Jaedong, of course, smashing Light in the last couple games in the semifinals there. Both players just playing incredibly well lately. Both players showing some signs of weakness too, though. Both semifinals going to a Game 5, so it's not as if both guys have wiped out their semifinal opponents in 3 games. No, it both went to Game 5, so both of them showing that they can be beaten. But who is going to bring their top game here today? Who is... You know, who's going to bring the better game? Because both these guys can beat each other at various points. I mean, they've traded best ofs over the years. In fact, the other player across the stage from them is one of the few players that can consistently beat the other in a best of match. I mean, they've had so many... I should have looked it up beforehand, actually. I didn't. But they've had so many best ofs. They've had the MSL Finals. I remember right when Flash was first coming onto the scene and showing himself to be a major power, Jaedong had only recently shown himself to be a major power, you know, the year previous or something like that. And Flash was kind of a challenger. And they met in 3 best ofs in a row. It was ridiculous. And Flash... What is Flash doing? Did he just do what I think he did? He's just... Oh my goodness, he's taking his hands off it. He just fast command centered after scouting an early gas. Well, I guess the pool went up after the gas, or thereabouts. So he knows there's no Zerglings coming out just quite yet. But look at this. His Rax is so late. This is ridiculous. Jaedong's Overlord is going to get there and see this, and I think Jaedong's probably going to put the pressure on and own him, because that's what he did against Light. You know, Light played a little bit too risky. Look at that! Look at that! Oh my gosh! Flash taking his hands off the keyboard again and then returning casually to the mouse. He's as if he's trying to show, hey, you know what? I don't even care. I can pull this stuff pretty well. What is he doing? He's like taking band-aids off or something like that. Taking off his adrenaline patches so that he can concentrate on the game or something like that. It's just, it reminds me of, for any of you that are Naruto fans, it reminds me of the character Lee, you know, taking off his ankle weights, saying, it's on now. I've been playing handicapped against everyone else this whole time, and now I'm going to go crazy on you. That's what Flash is doing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so in those best of 3s, they met in, like, I don't remember what it was. It must have been the World Cyber Games and the MSL and the OSL. They met like 3 times. Oh, no, one was GOM. One was GOM, I think, maybe. They met like 3 times in a row, and Jaedong was the favorite, and he beat Flash in the first one. And I thought to myself after I saw it, I said, you know what? Flash is going to win the next one. I think he's going to win it. And he did. He came back and won the next best of 3 and the next one. I think they were all best of 3s. And Flash won the best 2 out of 3 best of 3s. I know they VODs haven't come out yet for the World Cyber Games, so I won't spoil those. But that happened recently, and that was, from what I hear, a pretty good series. I haven't watched it yet. I think I got it spoiled for myself, though. But another best of 3, I believe, that they faced. These guys have been in so many games, it's ridiculous. And this is like the matchup of our time. This matchup, this set of players, Flash versus Jaedong, embodies, you know, this era of StarCraft. The last couple years have been Flash and Jaedong, pretty much. And Flash going for some craziness here, playing super risky here, and Jaedong is probably going to try and punish him for it hardcore. Flash doing the exact same 2 factory build that Light could not pull off against Jaedong. Oh my god! So we're going to see, I was saying in my MSL cast, in the semifinal cast, that, you know what, I think that a player like Flash could have pulled this off because he would have done X and Y and he wouldn't have done Z, and we're going to have a chance to see it now. You know, the same build, I think it's the same map also, although Light did it in a few different maps, so I wasn't sure exactly which one. But, you know, the same thing going on here, and we're going to have a chance to see the superior Terran, Flash, the ultimate weapon, doing the same thing. This is going to be crazy to see how this goes. By the way, so Basie uploaded the video in one chunk. One long video, so I'm just going to record in one long video. I'm going to do just a marathon cast. I'm not going to stop casting until the finals are done. And I'm just going to upload it in a bunch of parts. It'll just be MSL finals, part 1, part 2, part 3, etc. And so that way it'll work for anti-spoilers too. Because you won't know if, and I won't know if the thing is over or not, because you know, oftentimes on these long videos, after the games are actually over, there's a long thing with like celebrations and stuff like that. So, you know, you won't know if there's more games or just celebrations or whatever. Anyway, Jaedong moving in with a bunch of Mulisks here. He's scouted the top right with his Zergling. He's probably got it patrolling around to check for expansions by Flash. Flash is not going to sneak his expansion. The Mulisks are in there. Those guys are so excited to be on camera, but they're not excited to be at the freaking huge MSL finals. Crazy. Jaedong moving in with Mulisks now. Apparently there's a bunch of Canadian fans. That one says Jaedong want a 1v1. Lol. Going in with a lot of Mulisks here, surrounded by turrets and surrounded by Goliaths, but there's only a couple Goliaths. He's going to try and pick off those Goliaths. He's taking lots of damage from these turrets in the meantime, though, but he's killing some... Oh, and that Mutalisk almost dies, just flying in with the group. And look at this, Flash is going to have to run his SCVs away from that command center because he didn't set up any defenses in the backs. This is something that Flash and Terrans in general have been doing lately. That's a kind of a mistake, where they don't put any turrets in their back area, and they defend on their perimeter defenses to help them. And here comes Flash trying to send those SCVs back. Flash is fighting desperately for dear life. The Mutalisk's running out now. They've decided they've taken enough damage. They're going to try and escape there with those 3 Goliaths in play. And the Goliaths were in a good spot where they could fall back, and I believe they had the Charon boosters up, so they were in a good spot where they could attack and fall back to the turrets where there was extra support there, because those Mutalisks could have taken on those Goliaths by themselves. Anyway, Jaedong setting up a base in the bottom left-hand corner at the same time. Flash, look at that, psychically calm-setting that location in anticipation of those Mutalisks diving back in, and want to get some extra hits off by getting vision of them a little bit earlier, so the Charon boosted long-range missiles from the Goliaths could get some extra hits in there. Hydralisk Den is up now for Jaedong, so he's going to start switching over to Hydras to deal with this mech stuff, and Flash is going to probably need to get... he's got 2 bases going, so he's probably going to start putting out a few Hydras and get some drones going on, and just, yeah, exactly, send some drones to both those bases, and then just go crazy. He is going to go insane, just build tons and tons and tons, and I'm talking metric tons, which are even bigger than, actually, I don't know if they're bigger, I think they are, but anyway, we're talking lots and lots of Hydralisks. Very, very large masses of Hydralisks. He's just going to build just tons of them, and Flash is gonna switch to M&M. No, this is not a good time for my startup disk to almost be full. I'm gonna have to pause for just a second in my marathon here to clear up some disk space. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that, but I did not want to run out of disk space and have this whole video be ruined in the middle. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. So Flash is now, he's got a few Goliaths around, and he knows that Jaedong's gonna switch to Hydras, and he's busting out with 4 barracks now. Eminem switching over to Eminem. He's gonna try and hide it though. He's gotta hide it, otherwise Jaedong's gonna get lurkers and it'll all be over. Yeah, this is just crazy. Getting a creep colony there, a sunken colony, probably just for he's probably expecting like some vultures or something like that. I was gonna say Flash needed tanks right before I mentioned he was going M&M, so he would need tanks. But yeah, there's the Hydras. Oh my goodness, Hydras, and this is going to be ridiculous. Look at all those drones. Jaedong must have just pumped out so many drones while he was harassing. I mean, you know, that is really what separates a mediocre player from a good player, just in general. Not talking at a pro level, but the ability to do that multitasking where you're attacking and you're harassing, and in the meantime you're hitting like 5 SD, 6 SD, 7 SD. You're using your hotkeys to build extra drones at your hatchery, so you're still producing while you're harassing, that kind of thing. It's exactly what the pros are so good at. And here he comes. He's moving out now with a bunch of Marines. And does he even have medics? I don't know if he even has medics right now. What the heck is going on? He's going out with just a huge force of Goliaths and Marines to deal with the Hydralisks, but I don't know if he even has stim or anything like that. What is going on here? Flash has gone insane. He's attacking with a huge force here, but it may just work. He's got so much anti-air that it's ridiculous, and the Marines are going to do very well against the Hydralisks as well. He's using the mutas to try and pick off the reinforcements, which is exactly what he needs to do. And here comes in the Marines going in for an attack. Goliaths as well. The sunken colony is not up yet. Flash is going in here. He may be able to take out this third base very quickly. The sunken colony, first sunken colony goes up. The second one pops as it erupts, and the Hydras have to fall back. Flash is going to sacrifice this base. There's the medics coming in from behind now. They were a little bit late. Maybe they were just trailing or something like that, but they arrive now, and so that means Flash does have an academy. He's going to have stim on the way. I mean, of course he'd get an academy. He'd have to get it for Comstat eventually, but how did he get Science Vessel tech already? And here he comes in. He stims with the medics. He sends in the Goliaths. He owns all the Hydralisks. Disgusting pools of Hydralisk blood everywhere in front of Jaedong's base. He's desperately trying to throw up sunken colonies right now to defend this. The Mutalist coming back in to try and defend as well, but he can't engage that many Goliaths and Marines. He's just eat the air so much. The last Hydralisk coming in to reinforce. Flash is going to win the first game here of the best of 5 of the MSL finals in absolutely ridiculous fashion. GG! GG! And I just threw my fists in the air, literally, even though no one could see me. And look at this. Flash says, yeah, whatever. Just another day. Just another day at the office. You know, I can spend the first minute of the game taking off band-aids and you know, adjusting my sleeves and still micro and still come back with a ridiculous strategy and own you hardcore. Oh my goodness. Woo! I am oh my gosh. Oh man, that was crazy. Absolutely craziness. And I actually have no idea how long it's going to be on this video before the next game. Hopefully like Basie cut them together or something like that. I don't know if he did or not though. But there we go, game 2 starting already. No rest for the mole trap. We're gonna be on odd eye for this second game, and this is gonna be probably insane. Again, Flash is going to be the brown Terran, of course, in the top left-hand corner. Jaedong looks to be some kind of light-colored Zerg in the bottom right-hand corner. Flash is back. Oh my gosh! You can hear. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can hear the huge crowds. You know how they at the beginnings of games, especially in Pro League, they'll go, you know, 1, 2, 3, you know, Li Jaedong fighting, and then everyone will yell at the same time to cheer or whatever. You can hear it of the enormous crowds they have here for the MSL finals. This roar, this